However, I may have been to several weddings, but I'm no expert. Luckily, in this occasion, I do have an expert here who can assist. He'll be able to give us an indication of whether, having looked at all of the photographs, they are taken to a professional standard in his opinion. So I now call that expert. Would you mind going to get him? Hello, sir.
Hi.
Thank you for coming. What's your name?
Michael.
And how long have you been a photographer?
5 or 6 years now.
What are your qualifications, please? You teach photography, don't you?
I've taught in the past, a BA Hons in Fine Art and an associateship distinction from the Royal Photographic Society. I do a range of things. I do professional product, fashion.
Roughly, how much would you charge to do a wedding?
My starting rate is £800.
And that doesn't include travel and any of that sort of stuff?
No.
That's just for you being there for the day and that sort of thing? The first thing is that Colleen has only paid Julie £250 for all of these photographs. Would you say that that was a very cheap price for a full day of wedding photographs?
I would say yes.
One of the complaints that Colleen makes is, for example, this picture, this photograph, which is provided to me by Julie as an example of one of the best photographs in the tranche, correct? There you are. What's your professional assessment of that photograph, honestly, and according to your skill and understanding?
There is a crop issue. The top of the head is missing.
Would you say that that is a professional photograph?
I would not call that quite professional standard. I do very much think it's of a high standard, but there are one or two elements that just fall short, in my opinion.
It's a high standard?
It's a very high standard, but it just...
Let's look at that photograph. That's another example of your top 20.
I think it's well positioned. The only issue I would have is the use of flash. It's very stark.
But that can be repaired, can't it?
It can be. It can be gone back to.
As long as you've got the technology. Looking at that photograph, would you take the view, if somebody presented that to you and said, is this a professional photo, might you say, yes, that's a professional photo?
Not quite.
Knowing that the defendant in this matter has offered only to pay £250,
yes,
would you, in your professional view, whether you think it's of a high standard, not quite professional or not, do you think that £250 is a reasonable amount to pay for all of the photographs that have been taken?
More than reasonable.
Would she be misrepresenting her skills by telling people she was a professional photographer?
No.
No. Thank you.